What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Yo, this generation, I feel like more than ever, there's a lot of power in the consumer. We can really dictate which way the market goes. We can really dictate what these companies do. And I want to make sure that we don't forget that. I want to make sure that you don't forget that. I want to make sure that I don't forget that. Sometimes there's this thing called consumer bias, right? Where you purchase something and because you spend money on it, you almost feel obligated to like it because you want to validate your purchase. That can be very dangerous. That can be very dangerous. So, for instance, let's say you buy a game, but you really don't like the game, but you already bought it, so you feel like you got to finish it, right? Don't hesitate to return that game. Don't hesitate to be honest and leave a bad review if you yourself didn't like that game. Doesn't matter if anybody else thought. If you yourself didn't like that game, be honest. If you didn't like the fact that Halo Infinite came out and it didn't have co-op, be honest about it. You're not forced to like the game just because you're a quote unquote Xbox, fanboy or Xbot or whatever. When I say something about the Xbox Series X that I like, I'm not lying. It's because I actually like it. It's because I actually enjoy it. That way, when I critique the Xbox, you also know that I'm also being honest with you, right? And that's the best way to do it because if you do it that way, whenever you say something about that platform that you champion so much, whenever you could look that your audience in the eyes or your friends in the eyes or your fellow gamers in the eyes and tell them like, no, this is messed up about this game, this is messed up about whatever, without deflecting to the other side, without deflecting to the other side, that's when you know you got something. Because as long as you're defending your side just because you don't want to be wrong or just because you don't want your side to look bad, that's a problem. So that's why I could look at you and tell you, like, Halo Infinite, I said delay the game. I remember saying that. I said, like, yo, this shouldn't come out. Like, come out with the full product. Because even right now, if co op was to drop, whenever co op is dropping, you tell me, leave me in the comments, who's actually playing co op? And is it going to be the same? It's not going to be the same. I know that. But who's actually still going to play co op? I know I'm not going to play co op. For what? I already beat the game. Not only that I beat the game, I like the game so much that I did all the side missions and everything. And I never do side missions. Y'all know I don't do side missions. But now, if I was to play it again, I know exactly what's coming with it. I treat Halo Infinite the same way I treat every other game once I beat it. It's got to be a really good reason for me to go back to that campaign. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. That's why I could sit here and I could tell you that I enjoyed the heck out of Horizon Zero Dawn. That game to me was amazing. That game to me was better than God of War 2018. That's why I could tell you The Witcher 3 to me was better than God of War 2018. Because I don't need to lie or cap for anything. The proof is in the pudding, man. It is what it is. So when I say that something is a gimmick like blowing on controllers or speakers on controllers, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. Extra haptic feedback. That's a gimmick. That's a gimmick. Most of the games I play, I turn off vibration anyways. It's a gimmick. And again, obviously, it's me that's saying it, so it's my opinion. I hope I don't have to tell you that this is my opinion. You're watching my video, right? But you know that I'm being honest with you. And that holds a lot of power. And when we all put our powers combined, y'all don't know nothing about Captain Planet. Y'all too young for that. But when your powers combine and we all come together, that's when we make changes like having Halo Infinite delayed because it looked sus. Having freaking Microsoft reverse their decision of trying to force people into getting Game Pass. See, I'm not here for that. I don't. If you look at Game Pass and you take an honest look at Game Pass and it's not for you, I don't want you to get it. But if you look at Game Pass and you truly do see a value in it, don't bash it for the sake of being a Sony pony. That's all I'm saying. Like be honest. Because here's the thing. I know everyone says Sony can't do this, Sony can't. You don't know what Sony can or cannot do. You don't. Unless you actually work for Sony, you don't know. But if Sony had a Game Pass And I said this from the beginning. If Sony had a Game Pass, I think it would be amazing. I mean, an identical Game Pass, day and date, dropping games on PC and everything. It would be awesome. Why not? At that point, it'd just be comparing prices, right? You guys are shooting some things down before they can even come out. So these executives or whoever might be looking at you, might be looking at the masses like, oh no, they don't want that. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Sustainable, not sustainable, profitable, not profitable, that doesn't matter to me. I'm just a gamer. My experience is what matters. And I hope that you're being truthful with your experience. I see a lot of game comparisons, man, and it breaks my soul, man. It breaks my heart when I see that. When I see you guys comparing games. Cause it's like what, and then some of the games aren't even the same genre. It don't even make sense. You guys compare numbers, you guys compare Twitch numbers, and it's like what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Play the game yourself. Speak about the game yourself if you've actually played it. And your word and the combination of everybody's word will speak volume. Once you start speaking on somebody else's behalf off of Twitch viewers and Steam numbers and stuff that really doesn't matter to your experience, then it looks iffy. I don't know how many consoles the PlayStation 5 sold. I don't know how many consoles the Xbox Series X sold. None of that benefits my gaming experience. I know what I get on the Xbox Series X. I know exactly what I get with Game Pass. And when I look at that lineup, I'm just amazed. I still have way more games to play. And I'm very satisfied. I like gaming on the cloud, so I definitely like xCloud. And I definitely like Stadia. It is what it is. Only thing with Stadia is it doesn't have the games yet. It's just a matter of time, though. My PlayStation 4 Pro has given me plenty of joy this year. God of War 2018 was fun. Horizon Zero Dawn was an amazing game. I'm sure Horizon Forbidden West is going to be amazing as well. But I won't get it on the PS4 Pro because eventually I will get a PS5. And I don't know if PlayStation does smart delivery like Xbox does. I'm confused about that. And that should be a problem. If it doesn't, that should be a problem. Like, I don't know why consumers wouldn't complain about that and say, well, if you want the PS5 version, buy the PS5 version. When the competition is doing the smart delivery stuff. Like, why would you not want that? I don't get it. And again, if you truly feel that way, that's fine. But if you feel like you got to go with a narrative that you don't truly believe because that's the narrative that your party's in, then I think that's a problem. Remember, we have a lot of power. So speak your truth. I appreciate a lot of people. Some people speak their truth and they sound crazy, but you can tell it's their truth. They're not just following the narrative. They're not just following a goalpost that's being moved. And that's why when the goalpost does get moved or the narrative does get switched, a lot of people look crazy. A lot of people look a little weird because it's, hey, you were saying this then, but now you're not saying this now because it's on this platform. So obviously you really didn't feel that way. You just felt that way because it was about that platform. It is what it is. I don't have to lie to you as to why I chose the Xbox Series X. I fell for the power narrative. I've said that plenty of time. It is what it is. But once I was in and I checked out Game Pass, I fell in love with my Xbox Series X. So I jumped in for one reason, ended up liking it for another reason. I mean, if you've ever been in any type of relationship, I'm sure you know what that's like. Damn, Ma, you look good. You like her for her looks. You get to know her. Now you like her for her. It is what it is. Doc Dog 1985. Remember, we have the power. We have the power. As gamers, we got to speak up when something is wrong. If you like Dying Light being 1080p 60 on the next gen console, then by all means, you like it. If you don't like it, speak up. Don't be afraid to say something. Okay? Doesn't matter if it's an exclusive game, it's a time exclusive game. Doesn't matter if it's everyone else is liking it. If you don't like it, you speak up as a gamer. Just make sure that your idea is original and is actually coming from you, not being influenced by the masses. We out. Peace.